separate category of files you will get in Revit. One is a project file and one is family file. Here the purpose of using family is to place some readily available components. Door is one family, window is one family. If you want to place a bed, table, chair, complete 3D model will be readily available. So those type of files which we place in our project, we call it as families. In general, we also call them as component. So you will be learning about components also or family also separately, and to create a project file. So project file will be the main file if you want to create a plan, elevation, section, camera views. So all those things we will be doing in a project only. Families are some loading files which we use to place the additional elements like lightings, if you want to place a vehicle, trees, plants. So those things are available as a family file. Each of this will have its own file saving format. If you are using this project file, this common Revit file, it will be saved in .rvt format. You might have observed that AutoCAD is DWG. Same like that, Revit file, whether you are using for architecture, structure, irrespective of the use, the common Revit project file will be saved in .rvt. Similarly, any families, if you are using, it can be a column, beam, footing, or door, window. So those families will be saved in RFA format. If you are a fresher, no, if you are going to any of a interview based on Revit, this is one of the common thing they will ask. Which format is for which purpose? So to create a family, we will use .rfa, means to save a family. To save a normal project file, we will be using a .rvt. And one more advantage is, since this is also Autodesk product, we will be able to import the AutoCAD files to this. So mostly this type of process, right? Merging the CAD file to Revit, it is generally termed as CAD to BIM. So when you go for interviews, they might ask you this process. So you will be able to convert any CAD file into 3D using this CAD to BIM. Means we are placing the AutoCAD 2D, and then in Revit we will be converting that to 3D. So it is not like you should have a fully advanced knowledge in AutoCAD, not like that. If you have any basic knowledge of creating any plan, that planning will be sufficient to convert to any of a 3D building. Uh, why? Because here there are readily available stairs, so you don't have to plan a detailed staircase in AutoCAD, or mostly you will find everything in Revit. But main plan, if you have in AutoCAD, you will be able to import it in Revit architecture. And in future, if you go to interior works, say 3ds Max, if you are using, they have given one option to link Revit in 3ds Max. So some what they'll do is, you can see that here some files are available, right? This type of file I can able to import in 3ds Max. There I can add some advanced effects like a V-Ray plugin or some Arnold rendering effect. So mainly for rendering walkthroughs, they may import this from Revit to 3ds Max. 3ds Max to Revit, we don't do most of the time, but Revit to 3ds Max, we can able to import directly the same model. There we can do some rendering. And here you can see, before going into the software itself, you will be able to see different templates. So as I was saying, for different purpose, they have given the different template. Since you are using architectural, you will be using architectural template. Same like that, if you want to do some structural work, you have to go to structural template. Just you click on it, you will be able to go into the software. This is actually just a welcome screen. Until you select a template, you won't be able to enter into the software interface. So always first step is you just click on the architectural template. Don't go to construction. In construction template, we can't do that much of landscaping like site design and all. Only in architecture, one complete building you will be able to create. In construction template, you will be able to do some basic plannings and all, but advanced modeling they have given in architectural template. And once you open it, this is a user interface. If you are familiar with some AutoCAD basic interface, no, same type of uh, ribbon and all, here also we will call it. Here the first row is quick access toolbar. This entire options available here. These are the quick access. Below that, menus will be there. And this is our entire ribbon. In AutoCAD also, you might have seen ribbon, right? There what happens, drawing tools, modification, those things are there. Here you will find some 3D elements. You can see one common section called build. So what it means is to create any of a 3D, we will be using a build element. These are also termed as building element. These are all 3D, so wall, door, window. You can see mostly what we use in construction, flooring, roof, ceiling, all of that are readily available. Stairs also you will get railing, ramp. That is one advantage here. So mostly all are available. We have to just edit it as per our requirement. So that is entire area is the ribbon. And here the white screen, what you see, this is a workspace. And whenever you open the software, the view what you see is plan view. Same like AutoCAD also. Here you will get the plan. Plan means what top view of a building you will be able to see here. And parallelly you will get these two dialog box. These are like floatable dialog box, means this will not be fixed to the screen. Any point you can able to move this as per your requirement. If you don't want it, we can close it also here. So you can see if I close it, I'll be able to see only the plan. Again, if you want to get it back, just you have to right click on the screen. One dialog box, what you see is properties. It will always be present in the right side. This dialog box is known as properties. Generally, you might have heard some basic properties in CAD files, like color is one of a property, line type, line weight, line patterns. So those things in AutoCAD we refer. But since this is 3D, here what happens in properties, if I take a wall, you can see that as soon as I pick a wall, here it will show a complete wall property. So wall property means thickness of wall, height of the wall, material which you are using. So all those things will be coming in the properties. Different element will have different property based on its type. Here, whatever you see in the first, this is known as type here. These are also family files only. Different family will have different type properties. And one more dialog box was there that is known as project browser. So again, you have to right click, open the browser. This is a project browser. Now the main use of project browser here is to switch between the different views. In CAD files, what happens? Plan we have to create separately. Elevation we will be creating separately. Here what happens is those are automatically generated. To see the different views of a building, you require the project browser. You can see floor plan. All the top views you will come in the floor plan view. They have given separate ceiling plan also. If you want to do a ceiling design, you will be able to do that in a ceiling plan. And these are all the elevation. Normally, when we create any building, we can show front elevation and say right side elevation, left side elevation, like that. Here, these are the four types: north, south, east, west. Say if my building is located here somewhere, this will be the north, this is south direction, east is the right side, west will be the left side. Apart from that, as I was saying, whatever families you will load, you will be able to get it here. So most of the things what we place, right, that is known as the family files. And here we can do a PDF printing and plotting also, like how we do in CAD. Uh, that is termed as sheet. So the use of sheets is to print our Revit 3D model into PDF. And here they have given one additional feature called schedule and quantities. So quantities will give you the list of all the elements. Say if I have 10-story building, I can able to create a separate schedule for door, window, flooring, like that. So it quantities means in general count, like how many doors are there, what are the different size of doors you have used. So those things can be mentioned in schedule and quantities. Apart from this, some common things which you will find in AutoCAD is annotations, that is text dimension, labels, leaders. Here also they have given one separate annotation menu. So everything related to annotation will be present here. In case if you don't have AutoCAD software, still if you want to do some 2D drawings in Revit, they have given one option called drafting view. So in Revit architecture itself, we can create some 2D drawings also. Here, if you go to view option, you can see 3D section, elevation. So these are all the different views. There is something called drafting view also. Mainly here we can do some hatching, all that. Drafting normally we use when we don't have any CAD file. Still, I want to show some detailing in 2D. That time this will be useful. And I was telling about importing CAD. So those things will be coming under insert option. Here you can see linking the Revit, linking the CAD files. We can import some images. So all those things is available in the insert option. Another advantage is here you can able to create a site view also. You might be familiar with this surveying data, what we get, contour lines. So different levels of a ground if you are having, there is one option called property line. So if you know the distances and bearings, like the data which we get from the compass survey or dumpy level if you are using, nowadays they are going for total station and all. So whatever data you have from the actual site, we'll be able to show the same type of the contour lines here with the help of property line. In case if you don't have any data with you, you will be able to create just a random surfaces by yourself by using the topo surface. So these are for the site work. Here I will show you some landscaping, like how to place these trees, plants, swimming pool, road surfaces. So all those things can be done here. Apart from the site, there is a massing option also included. Massing means any irregular structure if you are creating, say twisted building if you have, or something like that, which is not having a linear shape, like dome shape structure if you are creating. So some irregular shapes can be created with the help of the massing. Generally, you will be seeing all of this one by one in the course. So what I was saying, no, those are like a syllabus wise, you will be able to do all of this. Apart from that, I was telling this cameras. So you will be able to place the camera, and there is a rendering option also here. You can able to render your views into images, and videos also we can create. Walkthrough is there. Walkthrough is available in 3ds Max also and Revit architecture also. It is like the camera will follow the path what we give, and we'll be able to create some videos. This is a general interface. Whenever you open the software, you will be able to see all this. In case this dialog box are not visible, you can get it back just by right click. This is property, and this side is project browser. And in the below option, these two are the status bars. That too, here you will find some important tools related to shadows, sun settings, all that. This is also known as view status bar. So again, here also same like any other software, when you want to start your work, we have to start with unit setup. So same shortcut we are using like AutoCAD. You have to type UN. One more thing is here we don't have to use enter. Just you type UN in the keyboard. You will be able to give the different format here. They have not given anything like decimal engineering, not like that. Just you decide what type of unit you want and you can place it from here. All are commonly used. You can see millimeter, meter, centimeter. Here decimal feet is there. Decimal inches is there. Fractional feet, fractional inches, like that they have given. Mostly you will be using either metric, that is meter, or centimeter for plan, or sometimes we will use feet and inches also. For feet and inches, you can see that only one option is there which is having both feet and inches. So that is the second option. Here you can see feet means only feet you will get, inches won't show. Same happens here also. Feet will be converted to inches if you take decimal inches. But normally in our plan, if I want to show something, say 8 feet 3 inches or 10 feet 3 inches, something like that, we have to use the second option. In this CAD files, no, they have separated like engineering, architectural, like that. Here everything is mixed. So you have to decide from the list which type you want. In case if you are using for this structural work also, so if your plan is in meter, the project unit will be in meter. If your plan is in feet and inches, we can take feet and fractional inches. But here what happens, since this is fraction, when you type any value, it will show that in fraction. You can see that here 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, like that. Mostly, right, if you have not yet used, if you are not familiar with fractions, you will be able to show it in decimal also. Here there is one option nearest uh, to 1 inch or nearest to 6 inches, like that. By using the first, this second or third, you can able to show the value in inches also. Mostly we'll use this nearest to 6 inch or nearest to 1 inch. So that when I type something, you can see that you will be able to give both feet and inches. nearest to 6 inch or 1 inch we can take. In that also commonly we go for nearest to 6 inches. You will be able to type in both the values. Here you can see area they have given. If you are using feet, we can show this in square feet. Volume will be in cubic feet. And there is the angle and slope. If you are taking this roof with sloping or floor with slope, anything like that, wherever there is a slope, you can able to apply slope and angle for both. Currently, I have set it in feet and inches. So once I give okay, next time when I draw something, I'll be able to put feet and inches. Uh, the next setting is before starting any plan here, we have to set the height. Since this is 3D model, we have to show the height of the walls whichever we are drawing. In plan view, you cannot see height. In floor plan, only top view will be there. So height will be visible in any of the elevation. Say you take north or south, any one. So if I zoom in, you can see two lines will appear. So the height of your floors will be visible here. Here we are not using any extrusion or press pull. So here it will be like when I draw the wall, if I want the wall height to be exact 10 feet, that 10 feet height we have to adjust in elevation. Anyone you can open, you can see that same only it will be there in all the four sides. Just you have to change it here. Currently it is showing 13 feet. If you double click, you will be able to make it as 10 feet. And here level represents the height. So zero level is generally the ground level, means from where we are starting our construction, right? So that will be the zero level. Above that, this is like the base of the next level. Say if I want, I can rename this also. Say I'll mention it as ground level, or in general, you can call it as floor level also. Usually when we do construction, we will construct at plinth level, right? So this can be considered as finished floor level also, or your starting point of the floor. Below this, we will get our ground surface and everything. Mostly if for foundation, we have to show below this. So depth of the footing, how much you have to mention it below. If say if my foundation is 1.5 meter depth or 5 feet depth, we have to add one more line below this. So the starting point always you can consider as a zero, you can start. If anything is coming above this, it will be positive. If any line is going below the ground level or below the floor, finished floor level, we can mention it as minus. Mostly here in architecture, right, we don't show the this one foundations. Foundations we show in structural work. In architecture, if you have a basement below the ground level, or say if you are using a swimming pool uh, below this level, that time we have to show that different height. If you are using only one floor plan, only two lines will be sufficient. That is between 0 to 10 feet. Here, if I mention this as first floor, this is actually the base of the first floor. So if I take second floor, the difference between first floor to second floor will be 10 feet. So like that, we have to mention the height. In case if you want to add one more line above or below, we have to go back to this architecture menu. Here they have given datum. Datum represents the reference line. So here under datum, this is the level. You can see that when I activate a level option, one line will be moving like this. Easy method to add the level is using the offset. Say if each floor height is 10 feet, I can type here 10 feet. So from where you want 10 feet from the first floor, right? For that, they have given one option, pick lines. So after giving offset, you have to go to pick line. So if I pick this line, you can see that now one more height will be added. Since I'm in offset, right, I can add multiple lines like this. Similarly, if you want to go below the ground level, I will again go back to level here. Say I want to add one more line of 5 feet for depth of footing like that. See, you can see that I'm not giving minus. This is plus only. When you use the pick line, if I zoom it, you can see that automatically, right? If my cursor is below this line, the offset will be down. So if my cursor is above the line, it will go above. If you are using some in between one floor to next floor, if you have one more flooring, like we term them as mezzanine floor. So if you are having something like that, we can add one line in between the two floor also. As soon as you add any level, we can rename it for our reference. Say I'll give this as second floor. Say this is my foundation level. So we can try to add different lines like this. To come out of any command, say for example, if you are in level, say you want to come out of this, here in Revit, we have to give 2 times escape. Double escape we have to give here. And if you want to delete something, say for now I want only this up to first floor, just you can pick any lines you don't want, you can delete it. So what it is showing, whatever you are deleting, it is deleting in floor, ceiling, everywhere, right? So it is showing that this much of views will be deleted. So if I give OK, it will automatically remove from other views also. So always the levels are associated with the different view. When I